What if I told you that the biggest title match WWE has put together all year almost never happened? What if I told you that the man supposed to challenge for the undisputed WWE Championship at Clash in Italy, a man who has retired John Cena, ended AJ Styles, destroyed Goldberg, and dismantled Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, almost lost everything because of a pen and a piece of paper? Not because of an injury, not because of a backstage fight, but because of his own pride, his own arrogance, his own refusal to simply sign his name. Welcome to WrestleCore. And if you think you already know the full story of what went down between Gunther and Cody Rhodes over the last 2 weeks on SmackDown, I promise you, you don't. Because what looked like a straightforward contract signing turned into one of the most chaotic, most layered, and most suspenseful storylines WWE has delivered in years. There are twists in this story that will genuinely make your jaw drop. And by the time we're done here today, you're going to understand exactly why this match almost got ripped away from the fans entirely, and why what happened this past Friday night could change the entire course of WWE's summer. Let's go back to the beginning, back to the moment this whole powder keg was lit. It started on May 1st. Gunther, a Raw superstar at the time, crossed brand lines and attacked Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. No warning, no explanation, just the ring general walking onto the blue brand and putting the undisputed WWE champion to sleep with the Gojira clutch. The wrestling world lost its mind. Nobody saw it coming. And then 1 week later on SmackDown, the pieces started falling into place. Paul Heyman, the special counsel, the most cunning mind in all of professional wrestling, appeared backstage with SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis. A contract was being prepared for Gunther's official brand transfer to SmackDown. Simple enough, right? Wrong. Because while Gunther was about to put pen to paper backstage, Cody Rhodes' music hit. The American Nightmare made his entrance, and just like that, the ring general dug his heels in. He refused to sign. Not because the terms were wrong, not because the match was unfair, but because Cody Rhodes walked in and Gunther decided, on principle, that he wasn't going to conduct business like this. So Heyman, ever the chess player, walked out to the ring holding a different contract entirely. He revealed the favor he had been holding over WWE since WrestleMania 42, where Gunther helped neutralize Seth Rollins during that chaotic build. And that favor was now being cashed in. The contract Heyman was holding wasn't just for a brand transfer. It was a guaranteed, undisputed WWE Championship match at WWE Clash in Italy, May 31st, in Turin, at the Analpi Arena. WWE's first ever premium live event on Italian soil. Heyman handed the contract to Rhodes and told him flat out, "If you want Gunther's signature, go get it yourself." And then the ring general did what the ring general does. He slid into the ring behind Rhodes, went for the Gojira clutch again, and a full brawl broke out. Rhodes fought him off, spiked Gunther with a microphone, and sent him through the ropes. Two absolute killers, neither man giving an inch. But here's where this story gets genuinely dangerous, where it almost fell completely apart. This past Friday night, May 15th, in Columbia, South Carolina, Cody Rhodes came out to the ring himself and set up the contract signing. Dragged the table out, set up the chairs, did everything himself, like a blue-collar champion who doesn't wait for assistance. He had two contracts in hand, Gunther's SmackDown transfer contract and the Clash in Italy title match contract. All that was needed was a signature, one signature, that's it. Gunther came out, and instead of just signing, he started talking. He accused Rhodes of making his SmackDown arrival all about himself, just like a typical American, he said. He pointed to Rhodes' neck tattoo. He demanded to be addressed properly. He demanded respect and formality before he'd even think about putting ink to paper. He told Rhodes, and I want you to really hear this, to be professional, address me nicely, and don't forget to say please. Please. The undisputed WWE champion was being told to say please. Rhodes pushed back hard, reminded Gunther that he got the drop on him, that Heyman did a favor for him, that none of this would exist without Rhodes being champion in the first place. The tension in that building was unreal, and then, out of nowhere, Royce Keys walked down that ramp. Now, if you're not familiar with Royce Keys, he's one of the newest faces on the SmackDown roster, and he walked down to that ring with nothing to lose and everything to gain. He looked Gunther dead in the eye and said it out loud. "If you won't sign that contract, I will." The crowd exploded. Gunther's face changed. because for the first time, the ring general realized that his arrogance had created a genuine threat to everything he'd spent weeks engineering. He'd used a Paul Heyman favor, a once-in-a-lifetime chess piece, to lock in this title shot. And now he was about to lose it, not to Cody Rhodes, not to a power play from management, but to a guy he'd probably never thought twice about. And then Nick Aldis came out. SmackDown's general manager looked Gunther in the eye and told him what the Austrian absolutely did not want to hear. He'd overplayed his hand. The guaranteed title opportunity, the one Heyman brokered, the one Gunther thought was locked in, was voided, gone, just like that. Because Gunther couldn't swallow his pride long enough to pick up a pen. Aldis made it official. Gunther versus Royce Keys in the main event of SmackDown. Winner gets the title shot at Clash in Italy. Let that sink in for a second. Gunther, the man who retired John Cena in his final match, the man who has been called the most dominant superstar on the roster, the man who beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 42, was forced to compete in a sudden #1 contenders match against a relative newcomer just to keep a spot he already had. All because he wouldn't say please. Solo Sikoa tried to interfere and get involved on Keys' behalf. Slid him a chair while the referee was down. But here's the twist you didn't see coming. Keys rejected it. He didn't want help. He wanted to prove himself legitimately. That says a lot about who Royce Keys is as a competitor and what his ceiling might be going forward. But on this night, Gunther was just too much, too experienced, too brutal, too ring general. The ring general won the match, officially earned his title shot, officially signed that contract, and officially joined SmackDown to face Rhodes on May 31st. But as soon as that match ended, Rhodes struck. He attacked Gunther from behind as the Austrian was celebrating his victory, and SmackDown went off the air with Cody Rhodes standing over the man who has built a career on standing over everyone else. Here's the thing that makes this story so compelling. This isn't just about a title match. This is about two fundamentally different ideas of what it means to be a champion. Gunther believes in absolute dominance, earned authority, and the right to dictate terms. Cody Rhodes believes in showing up, fighting hard, and proving yourself every single night. These two men represent genuinely opposing philosophies about professional wrestling itself. And in Turin on May 31st, one of those philosophies is going to walk out with the undisputed WWE Championship, and the other is going to have to answer some very difficult questions about what comes next. If Gunther wins, he becomes the most dangerous man in WWE. He adds Cody Rhodes to a resume that already includes Cena, Styles, and Goldberg. The summer becomes his kingdom. If Rhodes wins, Gunther's aura of invincibility takes a legitimate crack, the first real one since his WrestleMania loss to Sami Zayn back in 2024. And the road to SummerSlam in Minneapolis gets wide open. Either way, May 31st in Italy is going to be an absolute war, and you need to be watching. If you're new to WrestleCore, this is what we do here every single week. We break it down, we go deep, and we never let the story get buried under the noise. If you've been here a while, you already know. But whether you're new or you've been riding with us for years, it would genuinely mean the world to me if you'd hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Not because I'm asking you to, but because if you love wrestling the way I love wrestling, this is the place you want to be. Every upload, every breakdown, every deep dive. We do this together. And before you leave, drop a comment down below. Who's walking out of Italy with that title? Is Gunther finally going to claim the one prize that has escaped him? Or does Cody Rhodes prove once again that he is the heart and soul of WWE in 2026? Let me know. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know, because this story is just getting started. Clash in Italy, May 31st. Turin, the Ring General versus the American Nightmare.